You don't know I appreciate shit. Dude, you can get another couch. What am I gonna do about my legs?
Shout out to Chappelle, because we can start every episode out with a Chappelle reference. I know that
There was
much.
that 1 year there was so many random ones.
See, I think it was like the second season of Rose City Sports Talk. We were still doing it in the old studio, not the second studio, the very first, the original studio.
Okay.
And we definitely found a way to fit in a Chappelle reference at least every 15 minutes. No, it was every episode, but it was like how many times per episode, and who was it gonna come from?
They should have been a shot.
Who's it gonna come from? Who's it gonna me? Anwar, the Hammer.
Speaking of shots,
Salute. This one goes to the Bosnian Beast.
yes.
Losing NURK last night was absolutely heartbreaking to Blazer fans. I paced around the house for a good hour, maybe two.
He just didn't deserve it, man. As hard as he's played all year, as what that team has been looking like going into the
We
playoffs.
finally have our depth, and to do it in a game like that, it happened from exhaustion. The dude put up 31, 16, that's just 5 assists, 4 blocks, a couple steals, like across the board. He did what anybody would ask of an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Those numbers are all-star numbers, maybe even first team,
He's had some
second team
monster
numbers.
games.
We'll say second team numbers.
He's had
But
monster games all year, man.
exhaustion was clearly the factor. Going into the second overtime. Here's
It
what's
started to look like they had,
heartbreaking.
like a big three.
Except it's one free throw.
And that's what Kenny said. He's like,
Jason been talking about it. Shout out to Jay Burns. He been
like,
talking about it all night from the moment it happened.
He doesn't miss free throws.
And he missed one. And then it leads to the overtime, and then going into the second overtime.
Yeah.
And then we escaped with the initial injury when he got undercut and slapped upside the face. And then the play after that, Dame takes an awkward kick to the knee. He starts holding his knee, fidgeting with the knee,
And then the very next play.
Like I was already dying because I was like, yo, is Dame all right? And then the very next play, NURK goes down and it's not pretty, and you can see how bad it was from how quickly everybody cleared out.
Oh, they did. You can always tell by the players' reaction how bad it is.
Yeah, no, I mean the officials, they cleared everybody out.
Yeah, I mean, but the players, they're damn near crying when they see something like that.
I mean that's Dame's
they see
boy.
they see their immortality.
as he refers to him often, and you could just see it in everybody's face.
Oh yeah, it's
I mean, CJ sitting injured on the sideline, still was on the floor, and you could see it in everybody's face. Just
gruesome, man. You know what's gonna happen next. You see what happened now. The good thing about him is that his game's not predicated off athleticism, so it's not gonna affect him the same way like Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's injury happened, and then Paul George. But they say he had the same injury as Paul George. Paul George came back after 8 months. There was no muscular damage or ligament damage. It's clean.
He underwent surgery today.
Yeah,
no ligament issues, no muscle
Shams
issues.
reported that.
That's all good news. But here's the thing, and you're not even a Blazers fan. Are we cursed? Are we cursed?
I don't know if you. I know you said me. I don't know if you cursed because I was trying to think.
It's not just big men.
Because I was gonna say.
It's not just big men.
If it's injuries, you're saying you're cursed by. It's still like it didn't happen. It hasn't happened for a while. You have of course the Sam Bowie. You have Greg Oden. You have Brandon Roy. But this team, this franchise is not really that snake bitten by injuries to that extent. I mean, but when it happens at a monumental.
When did NURK go down 2 years ago? Right after we picked him up and started playing with some heat. When did he go down?
Those little injuries.
Same time.
Those happened.
Lost him for the whole playoffs.
OKC missed out
Knocked
on Russ. When I still hate Patrick Beverly for doing that. When he ran up on him on a timeout, like cardinal rule, you never do that. And that was a wasted year for them. They were going to go right back to the finals, and it didn't happen for them. So like those little injuries happen, but like. To be like snake, like I would say New Orleans is more cursed with the type of injuries that they have, like year by year by year.
I'm not here to talk about New Orleans. I'm here to talk about Rip City. We're all heartbroken.
With Rip City, the heartbreaking.
We were going into a playoff for the first time in years looking like we were deep.
They were confident.
We had NURK, you want to take a breather? All right, Cantor, come on in. Give us some quick buckets. Yeah, you're not gonna play the D that NURK plays, but you're gonna give us those buckets.
You're gonna get buckets real quick.
And NURK's gonna get the blow he needs, and we're not gonna push him to the limit. Which again, ultimately, is what happened last night in the second overtime. NURK was spent. His body was exhausted.
Yeah. And it's like in those type of games, like why you. If you notice the exhaustion, like why are you pushing that hard in a regular season game?
I'm still.
That's what Kyrie was saying. He was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely taking games off." And he took tonight.
Yeah.
He took tonight off.
Yeah, thanks, Kyrie.
Because he's like,
thanks a lot.
Said fantasy championship. But like, if he was like, why do all this for meaningless regular season game? Like, why is this game against the Nets really that important? You have a 3-game lead against over the next playoff team for home court advantage. At least Utah. I think Utah's number 5 seed right now.
We're 2.5 games up in fourth. We're a half game behind.
We're 2.5 or 3, or at least 3 in the loss column.
Yeah. Correct. And we're only a half game behind Houston for third place. This is why
they're tied with Houston in the loss column, but Houston has one more win.
Yeah.
50 and 27.
So if we were to find our way into the third, which is where I want to make up for last year's third third seed going in getting swept by New Orleans, but you know what I'm saying? Like now at this point, the depth is not there.
That was the thing, the maneuvering though with the seeds, because like what if Golden State doesn't get the number 1 seed? So you got Houston and Golden State going against each other in the second round. Your second round matchup, if you beat Utah, which they would be favored to do, you go against Denver.
Yeah.
I'm taking Portland to beat Denver.
Yeah.
Because I trust Dame to win that series. You had NURK.
NURK and Joker that was the battle.
But they could cancel each other.
I can't cancel each other.
I'm saying before the NURK before that injury, that's a good matchup.
We're past that now.
Nurkic and them, that's a good matchup. What I'm basically saying, I thought. Now I'm not going as far as saying that they were going to the finals, like Chuck and Kenny was saying.
I liked hearing it. It was ridiculous. And
there was a path for them to go.
I talked about it last week.
There was a path for them to go to Western Conference Finals. And that door just gets shut.
While we're at it, while we talk about last week, we should probably say what is good. Welcome to FIFA Sessions here at Rose City Sports Talk. Bryce, Trost, Anwar, Jones. If you didn't already know, the beats in the background is Chucky Buckets. Check him out at SoundCloud or Instagram or YouTube. That's Chucky Buckets PDX. And as always, we are playing FIFA Live over on Instagram. That's Rose City Sports Talk 503. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment while we talk some shit. If you want to play us, just hit us up. We're down. And if you got something to say about a topic we're jumping into, definitely comment. We'll try to take advantage of a down moment and respond to that. But anyways, before we jump back in, we poured a little out for NURK.
We did.
We're gonna see him healthy, recovered, and that sometime at the end of next year. What's your question? Is this a depressing, rub it in your face question?
No, it's not a depressing question. Like straight up. Other than Steph Curry, who would you rather have as your point guard in the league, in all the league? And I didn't really realize this.
What do you mean? What, just point guard?
Yeah, other than Steph Curry.
Dame
is straight up the number 2 point guard in the league.
Yeah.
Like I would take him over Kyrie.
Hands down.
Hands down. Like look at the leadership that Dame has. Like the direct opposite of what Kyrie brings to the table.
By the numbers, Dame has grown every single year, including the fact, or excuse me, I should say, other than the fact, and this is still a good nod. This man has taken his team to the playoffs every year. So 7 straight years from his rookie year. Which is hard to do. Which is hard to do.
LeBron needed to do that.
Especially with the shit show he came into, with all the drama going on with Aldridge at the time and whatnot. But he stuck around. He became the team leader. It shows. Him and CJ now are.
Marcus, you were petty for leaving because you weren't the main focal point of the team. Like
Facts.
You would have just been, if you would just played cool, like Portland would have loved you and all
I will
that,
drink to this.
Like they would have been in the finals by now. If he would have just stayed course, I think they would have had a finals trip. I think one of those years they could have knocked out. They could have knocked out Golden State.
Yeah.
I think they could. I think they could have done it. And especially this year, I would be saying they're the favorites. You know.
To go back and talk about the phone call that took place once Aldridge had already spent some time in San Antonio. We already know through the grapevine he picked up the phone and hit up Lillard.
Well, they should have made. They should
wanted to come back.
Portland should have made the trade. Like the trade that was out there was the 3 first-round draft picks. That was there for LaMarcus Aldridge. Now the whole wine meeting that Popovich was wooed LaMarcus back into the fold.
That's how you started off, baby. That's how you started off. Welcome back. Welcome back. Check out the live game view over at Instagram. That's Rose City Sports Talk 503. I'm beating that ass. Manchester United. What's up? What's good? What's good?
Like Lamar, if LaMarcus would have just stayed course. The thing I don't understand with his decision, like, okay, you want to leave? Okay, go to a bigger market. Go to Los Angeles. Go to New York. I think Phoenix was going hard at him. That's not a bigger market, but I mean, they'll probably get more coverage than Portland gets. If you want to do that, do that. But don't go to San Antonio. Like you're going to another like small market team where you're not going to really
hold up.
You
already know. No,
like
it's
why
different.
did you want to be?
I will defend Aldridge in this one instance here. It's different with San Antonio than any other small market team because of why. This is an easy answer.
I mean, because you got Pop.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to play for the best coach in the NBA. Who is Greg Popovich?
And that's a good enough reason to leave any situation.
Not to mention they were already winners.
But that team had already proven that. But you're a better team, like the team that. Well, I guess they had Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see.
Dude, he went up. But he just didn't make use of it.
You're just not.
It didn't connect.
You weren't gonna be the guy though. Like you were going to a team that already has Kawhi. Like he's the man.
The fact that him and Kawhi couldn't make it work is crazy to me. But at the same time, because Aldridge always came off as passive, right? And yet Kawhi is also the quiet kind of. We only know so. We only know so much.
It was a weird pairing.
Weird dynamic.
It didn't fit because he's not Tim Duncan. Because the thing about Kawhi Leonard, nobody
is.
But when Kawhi Leonard ascended and became the guy, Tim Duncan was on his I'm at just 10 points and just like 10 and 10, like just small double doubles, like not really the dominant Tim Duncan that he was.
But at the
so
same time, Kawhi had already at that point, as they said, "C'est la vida." Ooh, nice stop, keep. As a
stop that though.
Yeah, he is. Damn, baby. Don't dance on me. Don't dance on me. Don't dance on me. Come on, body.
Damn, man.
But no. So all I'm saying is he did not go from one small town or small market situation to the next.
I don't. But like,
there
look
is
at
a difference.
The talent that he has.
He went to the best coach to a championship winning pedigree.
There's definitely a difference between the coaches.
But now.
No shot, and that's no shot at Stotts, because I mean,
no, not at all. But
he's
shout out to Stotts being the winningest coach in Blazers history.
I like the fact that said it again.
Terry Stotts has the most W's in Blazers coach history.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Adelman?
Yep.
And Nunnally wasn't here.
I'm pretty sure he reached that earlier this year.
Wow. I know. That's good. I mean, I just like the camaraderie that he forms.
Bro, he's been here for
all these. With every
9 years, 8 years.
Every time they change players on the roster.
Was it Nate before?
They're always Nate was on there. They always fit it. They always intertwine into the system.
See, we're talking positively about Nate 9 years later. It took Nate 9 years to turn his.
I always liked Nate. I like Nate.
I did not.
A lot of people hate him.
I will speak all kinds of blasphemy about Nate McMillan in terms of his coaching abilities. Then
I thought he was
what he's doing in Indiana now is just dope.
I thought he was a good coach. I thought he was a good coach back then. I thought a lot of it had to do with some weird rosters that they put on the squad.
That's mine.
Like so, they had a weird mesh of talent around the time that Nate.
Chucky Buckets, where you at, bro? We need you to check that stack. Now I'm second guessing myself about Terry Stotts and Adelman.
Because Adelman was here for a long time.
Terry Stotts has been here for a fucking minute. Longer than Dame.
Has he?
Yeah.
He might be up there. I mean, they consistently win.
Oh, we're only 5 games away from another 51 season, which feels great.
For some reason, I just thought of a Jay-Z. They consistently take him out the park like Ken Griffey.
That's a throwback right there too, with the Griffey reference.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's off the intro to Volume 3 in my lifetime, Volume 3.
They were still dropping Griffey references in Volume 3.
Just the way I said, I don't know for some. I didn't say. I never.
Was it Griffey and Cincy by that point, just rotting away? Shout out to King Griffey Jr. Right?
But he still was consistently taking him out the park though, even when he was hurt. Like shit, man. If Ken Griffey didn't get hurt on that catch that he had, that dope
on a catch,
on the dope,
on a catch,
on a play that only he can pretty much make. Maybe him and who else was making that? Maybe like a Kenny Lofton at that time.
Kenny Lofton.
Where Willie Mays. Either one, Willie Mays Hayes or the Willie Mays. Either one can make that.
Dope movie. Dope movie.
Can make that one.
Dope movie.
But in Cleveland, they still haven't won a.
No.
Wow.
No.
Even since Major League.
No.
They still haven't done it.
League. Yeah. Those movies are classic.
We digress.
Okay. Yeah. Which is what we do here at Rose City Sports. Oh, nice.
LaMarcus Aldridge should have stayed. And they should have kept. We were talking about Terry Stotts being all-time winner. I don't know. We'll have to check the stats on that one.
Do the Blazers have a chance now? Let's just get back to it. Blazers lost NURK last night.
I think Dame can really like.
Cantor's obviously going to get inserted into the starting lineup.
I'm checking all-time leading right now. Dame.
What does that have to do with the Blazers getting past the first round?
I think Dame can take his game to another level. And I think he can outduel some of these.
Bro, I'm gonna drop one on you here.
Come on, man. The teams in the West. But
we ain't got that much time.
They're high. Their ceiling went down. Their ceiling went down. Why are you trying to cheat right now?
I'm trying to play the game. It's called FIFA sessions. We're trying to play FIFA. You're looking up stats. We were not. Oh, and getting blown up. You should answer while we're on the air. Like, what's good, boo boo?
So
no,
like the FIFA.
You don't do that.
Back to FIFA sessions.
Back to FIFA sessions. Back to the whiskey.
Their ceiling is not there anymore. I mean, the ceiling is the roof now.
Is it though?
They don't have enough. Without NURK, it just tears up their whole team. Because now you're gonna have to start. What is Cantor gonna start?
Cantor's gonna start.
He's gonna start. If you deplete your bench, you're not gonna get the passing.
You know what that unfortunately means?
The shot blocking that you were getting from Nurkic, the chemistry that you have that they're running, like the consistency that the Nurkic brings to the table. Just everything that he brought. It's just gone. It's just. And you need in the West, you need all guns blazing in the West.
Yeah.
Like so, losing Nurkic, I think that.
Oh shoot!
I think that takes him out of it.
Oh
I think it takes it out. Like I don't know.
And you get the.
I don't know what they can.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they can do to really. Unless Dame just goes off. Like
it's not going to happen because CJ's still injured. He's out for another 5. CJ's out for the remainder of the season, basically for the remainder of the regular season. We'll get him back for the first round, which also means he's going to need a game or two to feel things out. You know what I mean? Like so, we're last night was it.
The matchup that you don't want is OKC. No. You know they're playing bad. They swept you guys this year.
And Steven Adams did work on us each game, like each game.
Even though he's been struggling, he's been struggling for a little bit. He might be hurt. There's rumors that he could be hurt, but he's like
Steven Adams.
Yeah, he's been
playing with it.
He's just been playing. You know, Steven Adams
he's a beast.
He's a beast. He's gonna play through stuff. Like it's funny. Like when not funny, but like every time Steven Adams he hits the ground. It's like it looks like a giant like
falls.
Yeah. And he gets up hella slow.
It looks like it hurt the ground. Yeah. When Steven Adams falls,
and he gets up so gingerly, and then he just keeps chucking his axe away like he don't care, man.
That's a big dude.
He's one of the Like pound for pound, is he big? Is he the biggest dude? He has to be
NURK
strong.
is.
He has to be strong.
NURK is the biggest dude in the
I think
NBA.
Adams is the strongest player in the league, though. Like I would put my.
They call him the strongest man in the NBA.
I would put my money on him being the.
Like, you gonna look this up right now?
No, I was trying to get.
You are out of control. You're gonna look up if he's the strong. If you would have scored right there, I
I'm
would have
trying
been
to
so
get
pissed. I would have been so pissed up.
The all-time win list for Blazer coaches. I was still looking at that. But,
we're gonna have to check that in the Chiefs.
So
break.
the matchup, the matchup today, the big matchup with Giannis.
MVP status right here. MVP versus MVP
versus MVP.
Well,
we know the stats. There's been a lot of popular stats. You was reading off a couple of them to me earlier. But you wanna give those to the people?
What are we talking about?
With how many? 260 plus games, 60-point games.
Harden's got 260 plus. Yeah, multiple
50 pointers.
40 or four 50-point games, something like that.
I know he had. I think he has more than that. I think he has like 6.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The 30 plus games in a row. He with the streak that he had, 30 points.
30 plus and 30, and then dropping 30 plus on every single NBA team.
That's dope.
That's a stat that pretty much would normally win you.
D'Antoni's talking about his defensive like improvements this
abilities.
year. He does. He is like second? I think second in the league in first or second in the league in steals. He's in the top 5 in deflections too as well.
I'm being that. I'm getting it now.
So like he's one of the best like low post defenders like numbers wise in the league. So he's kind of debunking the no defense there. He has his team up to number 3 in the
by a half game.
But he's still they're still number 3. I mean, you're looking at a team. They were out of the playoffs when he started the streak. Before he started the streak, and now they're number. And now they're number 3
by a half game.
No, they were like legitimately out of the playoffs before he started the streak. And Chris Paul got hurt. Like this team was supposed to fall off the map, and now they're number 3. Now they're getting home court. If you like that.
Here's as much as I'm gonna give.
I mean,
credit
that's an
credit
incredible
is due.
thing. And he leads.
The numbers he's put up is ridiculous. Let's not put it past the fact that Houston made 2 dope pickups.
They did. They made multiple pickups.
But have paid off immediately.
The Fareed and Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers from the get. Like
first game, Austin Rivers showed up, started dropping threes as if Austin Rivers normally was dropping threes.
Phoenix was ridiculous. That's why they're looking for a new GM. Like James Jones was supposed to take that job over, but he's been atrocious this year. And it's like that move right there, just getting rid of a contract like that when it was an expiring contract and a valuable player. Like you could have done something with that, but instead he just released him, and that team changed when they got him, because that was right when Chris Paul had got hurt and James Harden started getting busy. He solidified their defense. They started playing better defense there. They got Fareed, and it really just solidified that lineup. But Capella got hurt too. He missed a lot of games, and that team has still just been putting in work. And they haven't missed a beat, and that's because they got that man James Harden. And I hate the way the one-on-one just ISO ball all game. Like I like getting guys on an island.
I can't handle watching Houston games.
It's
I gotta
so
be honest.
boring. Like just
so boring.
It's just non-stop ISOs. I can't stand that.
Damn.
But it's been effective, and it's been what
it's been
what they needed to take that team to where they have.
Is it going to be what's necessary for the playoffs, though? Because we know every year we see a different James Harden in the playoffs.
We do. And you're running him to the ground. So the interesting thing is...
You are running him.
The interesting thing is...
Yeah.
Giannis is playing... And I heard this... I was listening to the Ben, Bill Simmons and Ryan...
Podval with Russillo.
Yeah, Russillo.
Yep.
And they were like, yo, Giannis has only played 33 minutes a game.
Yeah.
So you think
and he's still putting up those numbers.
Yeah. So you think about him not playing crazy amount of minutes. You think that Harden is always in the games padding his stats.
Not even about the minutes. Think about him not playing at all. While Houston would have been horrible, Milwaukee would not even be a discussion. They would not be a discussion.
No, I don't know. Their system, but Budenholzer has kept that team afloat. Like they have some good players, but of course, I mean, if you take away arguably the best defensive player in the league and everything that he does offensively, the dominance that he has, the fact that he just dunks on just everybody in the world, like it doesn't matter who
and smiles.
who is there. The Euro set that he does, it's just unstoppable with his
Ooh, that's for the game right there. That's for the game. Slide over to Instagram, Rose City Sports Talk 503. You can check out the live game feed. Talk some shit.
You didn't notice. I scored 2 goals in 4 minutes. I didn't stop.
You came back.
I didn't stop to tell the people what I was doing.
Here's the thing though. That's on you. You know you're supposed to do that. The read stuff when you drop goals. You dropping buckets. So here's the ultimate question. All that really matters is who you got, Giannis or Harden?
I got Giannis because the fact that he's so dominant. He's so dominant defensively.
Yep.
He's dominant. You know what he does offensively with 27 and
he's more efficient with his time.
27 and 11 and 6.
Yep.
And then all-world defense. What he does, like their whole team it's all surrounded around him. Just shooters, and he's doing everything else. So you have the number 1 team. They're blowing out teams
from the west. From the west.
Just all around, just blowing out teams.
You know that's a oh my god.
Check the line game.
Oh my god, caught me with the curse.
I have to tie it up. But they're blowing out teams because of his style. Because of his style of ball. And it's more of a team game, whereas with Harden, it's just ISO. They have a team. And I just like that style of ball more. They're the number 1 team in the league, and I think it's even enough to where I think his defense takes it over the top. Like even homeboy improved, even Harden improved in the way he did defensively. I still give the nod to Giannis. You get the 8 points that Harden has. But I just get that he had 36
Bro, I'm right
36
to
27.
I was hoping we were going to argue and you were going to say Harden because of all the stats I threw out.
But I understand Harden.
I understand. But I still am with Giannis. Maybe it's because I've wanted Giannis to get that MVP for the last 2 seasons previously, and you couldn't argue against one Westbrook hitting the triple-double on the regular and getting 2 years ago, and then last year Harden just being Harden, and then this year Harden topping Harden, but right alongside while Greek Freak is just doing crazy things with less numbers and more efficiently.
What I don't want to happen
on the defensive end of the
are we going to do? Is it the narrative thing? Is it the not wanting to give it to the same guy again?
It's not narrative. It's gotta be because of performance.
I don't want that to be.
We're gonna take a break here at Rose City Sports Talk. It's been another FIFA session. Anwar making great points. He hates when I cut him off.
If it's performance, it's hard. It's
Bryce, Trost, Anwar Jones. Shout out to Chucky Buckets for the beats in the background. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. You can do so at rosecitysportstalk.com as well as at YouTube and on our Facebook page, Instagram, and all that shit. It's Giannis.
I love Giannis. I knew Giannis was.
I love Giannis.
I love Giannis. I've seen Giannis.
I knew Giannis before Giannis.
I've seen Giannis.
Here it comes. I've heard this before.
I've seen him every time he's came since his second year.
I know.
Second year.
I know.
I was early on Giannis.
I saw that.
Like if there's one player that I can brag and boast